Vargas watches as a girl, skinny to the point of emaciation, approaches the well, only for the warrior guarding it to raise his weapon. She turns back, head down, and slowly shuffles back to the other captives. That makes 7. The man next to him tenses, his grip tightening on his sword. Calm, Turum. We're going to help them, but we can't do it if we give ourselves away. That's my daughter down there, boy. I'm not a boy. I'm the leader of this war band, and you will remember that, Turum. He stares down the older warrior. Turum breaks first, casting his eyes down. Forgive me, but it's hard to see her, to see them down there. Those aren't prisoners of war. They're slaves. I don't understand how the other followings can allow this. They allow it because the Thunderhorns control the ore trade. The Black Horse, the Tiger Claw, any other following who actually have the power to do something about this won't. Because then they're all just back to scrounging for scraps in ruins, or trying to trade with outsiders at the borders. And besides, the Thunderhorns aren't kidnapping their children, after all. The other members of the warband grumble at this. Vargas looks them over. He's by far the youngest here, at only 20. Most of the dozen men and women around him are nearly twice that. Clan Mountain Fist has fewer and fewer warriors each generation, and the raids from the Thunderhorn only compound this problem. That was why he was here. Why he accepted leading this counter-raid as his first mission now that he'd earned the right to command warbands of his own. The other followings aren't going to help us, which is why we're going to deal with this ourselves, here and now. Deal with this. We're just here to rescue our people, Vargas. We don't have the numbers to try and fight them. Isn't that what you were just warning me about a moment ago? We don't have the numbers to beat them in a fair fight, Turum. But I don't intend to fight fair. He looks back down at the prisoner camp, at the dirty, beaten miners, and at the well in the center that he's only seen the guards drink from all day. And he decides on his plan. This is Pot Against the Machine.
Pot Against the Machine.
Welcome back to Pot Against the Machine, the only Pathfinder actual play that got permission from the Black Sovereign to say the A word. I'm your host, and here's everyone.
I want to say it, but I also I don't want to have to bleep it. This is our flawless run.
That's
We've
true.
gone over this. Alwyn is not a swear word.
Kicked in the Alwyn.
Well, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Cedar, what are you doing? Thought I was muted.
Nope, that's staying in. It's not even a bloop.
I said no mistakes.
It's all staying in.
3 minutes.
Just assume everything that is said will be staying in the episode.
Yeah.
To be fair, it isn't 3 minutes yet. It's 2 minutes and 24 seconds. So, yeah, it's still pretty bad.
All right. Last week on the program, we jumped into the middle of an intervention as the party and their assorted allies worked to convince Kevoth Cool that he was under the sway of the Technic League, something he did not want to hear or believe. He seemed like he was quite hostile to the possibility that anyone could possibly exert any sort of control over him, be it magical, technological, drugological, or otherwise. But was eventually convinced by a massive group effort to allow himself to be healed by holy magic, not arcane magic, to just see if anything would change. So Alwyn introduced his god, who sounded like a fake god, and then cast heal on the Black Sovereign. And at first it wasn't clear whether or not this had done the deed, and then Kevoth Kul went into a little bit of a rage, cut his bed in half, and apologized to everybody a whole bunch of times for the mess he's made of the last couple decades as he has descended into debauchery and Numerian fluid-based chaos. But now he understands that he has been manipulated by the Technic League, and he's not a fan of them any longer. The party brought him at least partway up to speed on the idea that there's also a possible alien godlike being inside the Silver Mount who is trying to maybe manipulate the Technic League, maybe use them to get out into the world, and storm Numeria. That they might need his army to beat it back should they fail to stop whatever is going on in there. He also immediately wanted to set to work getting rid of the people who have been working for the League and against him. But, a lot to do, and it's a whole country to run in addition to rooting out possibly hundreds of traitors all around him and figuring out who he can trust. So he asked if Cassius and Vargas could help him out. Cassius on the sort of diplomacy side and Vargas on the sort of old friend, used to be running wars together side. And they went off to set up in an office somewhere and figure out how to get control of the situation. They also asked the party if they could let the Technic League's representative in the Palace of Fallen Stars, one Ghar-tone, let him know that he was no longer welcome. So the party went over to the other side of the hall to let him know he was no longer welcome. They let some gearsmen know that they were allowed to go in there if they wanted to. The gearsmen seemed to think that was reasonable, threw open Ghar-tone's door and started having a little fight. And that's where we are now. There have been explosions of acid. There have been explosions of fire and electricity, as well as Ghar-tone has some alchemical golems with him who seem to be capable of launching bombs. We had one round of combat so far. There was a lot of dog slapping. There were some explosions, as said, and there was some stabbing, some blood tentacling, all that good stuff. And that's where we are now. At the top of round one, or not round one, round two. I knew that. And Ghar-tone is, first in, what's it called? He is first in initiative order. And he's standing in the back. There are 6 of him back there, safe behind his golems. But he's a little bit worried about the acid that came flying out of the party. So I think he's going to scoot even farther away from his cover there. And, you'd think that in the week since we recorded last, I would have made a decision about what the first turn was going to be. But, that's wild. He's going to drink a, some kind of little potion-y do off his belt. And Tarazi's probably the only one who can see him at this angle. Maybe Kira can kind of see him. Yeah, she can kind of see him. His skin gets all kind of like hardened and scaly and extra thick. And he seems to get even more jacked than he already was as he drank something, untoward. And then it's time for the intellectual Gearsman Battle Guard that just got slapped with a bunch of tentacles, and it didn't like it. It's going to take a 5-foot step down so it can slap both Alwyn and Rusty if it so chooses. And it's going to start with Alwyn because Alwyn slapped it. That is 23 to hit.
That is a miss because I'm not on flat-footed AC anymore because I've had a turn.
That's very mean. The second one, however, is a 32 to hit with a much better roll.
That is a hit.
That is going to be 15 non-lethal damage and 8 electric damage. Big time stuff.
Keep an eye on that non-lethal, or these guys are going to knock me unconscious at some point. You said 15?
Yeah. And only a 21 on the slam.
That is a miss.
Well, the woke Gearsman Battle Guard is gonna hit Kira a bunch of times because it didn't work great before, but it's bad at learning.
Fair.
So, first one is a 31 to hit.
Yeah, 31 will hit, or, try to.
Okay, now we will do the blur, 46.
Does the blur come before the mirror image?
I don't.
Okay. I mean, it would be great for me if it did, but we didn't do it that way last time.
Okay, you've convinced me. How many Kiras are there?
Shoot. We lost 3 last time, so there are 5.
All right. Rolling
No,
1d5. Are there 6 or?
Sorry.
Images,
How?
one Kira.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, rolling
Excuse me. The internet says that concealment is rolled first.
Well, then I did it right by accident. 46 on the blur, but a 2 on the d6, so that's popping another image.
Woo.
No mistakes in this episode. And 24 on the second baton slap.
Oh, let me check. That's close. Oh, it's not that close. Yeah, no, that still hit.
All right, 98 on the blur. Rolling that d5, a real die that everyone has seen before. That is a 4. Popped another image. And then on the last one, this might not hit. 21.
21 does not hit. Woohoo!
Does it hit?
I never
does
get
it
to
miss
say
by
that.
less than 5?
Yes.
Now, how does blur come into play on that? It's only a 16 on the blur, so we say we don't even pop an image.
Nice. Okay, so there are math, 3 left.
Wait, did you apply concealment after rolling to hit? I'm sorry, I was just reading why you didn't pop an image the last time.
I rolled to hit, missed, but missed by less than 5, and then rolled concealment.
There wouldn't be concealment for that. Because I think, if your initial hit is... Well, I guess there would be to a degree. That's a weird thing, because the idea is that the concealment is applied before you are striking a target.
Yeah,
And
but
then
if you're going automatically to an image when you miss by less than 5, that's a weird little corner of rules right there.
I think you are giving us the kind interpretation, so I'm going to shut my mouth.
I like that.
No mistakes in this episode.
Yeah, no mistakes. All perfect. And Kira's up.
Great. I think there are 3 Kiras and a full Kira left.
Sounds right.
Great. Okay. I guess I'm going to keep hitting this guy back. I really want to get in there and attack one of the green dudes, but this guy will not leave me alone, so. I'm already raging. Let me go for a full attack. All right. We've got natural 20 on that first one. Let's roll to
always a good sign.
confirm. Ooh, not as good, but a 34 to confirm. So I think that still does it. I think.
Yeah, 34 will.
Great. Okay, let me keep attacking. Oh, not great. 26. These hit at a 25, or was that the other guys?
It's 25 to hit these fellas.
Great. So that's 1 crit, 1 hit. 1 crit, 2 hits. Oh, and that's critical range. No, it is. Is it? I don't remember what the roll was.
I believe it is, yes.
Yes. Okay. No mistakes in this game. Roll to confirm. 32 to confirm. So that's 2 crits, 1 hit, and then the last guy is a 16. So 2 crits, 1 hit. Phew, that's a lot of ones. 107. Oh.
The robot explodes.
Okay.
What was that total, just for posterity?
173 points of damage, Sam.
Okay, that's more than it had.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's my turn.
All right, Chaotic Alwyn.
He's going to take a 5-foot step diagonally backwards. And then he's going to say, "We said before you're not supposed to attack us." And I would like all 3 of these robots to please make me a will save.
Oh, man. It's one of my least favorite things for robots to do. Is this a fear effect?
It is not a fear effect. It is an enchantment compulsion.
Intellectual Gearsman, being a known intellectual, gets a 23.
Meets beats.
The adaptable gets only a 19.
That's a failure.
And then the chaotic, your twin, your pronoun twin, gets a 24.
Okay, so this is only going to affect the middle one of those 3 then. But he is hit with forbid action greater, and I'm going to forbid the action of attacking.
That's going to make its turns fun.
And that will be Alwyn's turn.
All right, Brixby, you have no lists.
No lists. All right. So first off, both alchemical golems for failing their will save, their reflex save, are going to take 27 points of acid damage at the start of my turn. And don't worry, this will only happen one more round. Then Brixby is going to move action using his handy haversack, retrieve the ever-smoking bottle while taking a 5-foot step closer to the room. And then he's going to uncork the ever-smoking bottle as his standard action, and that is going to immediately fill. Apparently it extends out like a burst, but can turn corners. You select the point of origin. It spreads out in a given distance in all directions. Figure the area of the spell effect fills by taking into account any turns the spell effect takes.
That's wild.
So it's real smoky in here. I don't know. The AP gave us this bottle. I just choose to use it. Brixby takes a huge rip from the ever-smoking bong, and that is the end of his turn.
Which brings us to the adaptable Gearsman Battle Guard, which is going to stand up.
Oh, is it?
That's its plan.
Rusty gonna bite it.
Bite it, Rusty.
Yeah, that's a 37 to hit.
Okay.
For 26.
26 damage on the non-prone adaptable Gearsman. All right. Do you get a free trip on the attack of opportunity or just regular attacks?
It just comes with the bite, so I was wondering how that would work if he was standing up from prone.
I think it usually does, because you can do it like as a free action or an immediate action.
It's only a 29 to trip.
Okay, so he's not tripped this time. He's just going to heal himself a little bit with his self-repair.
Boo.
Literally the only action it has available to it at this point. No, the stinky alchemical golem, having a target presented right in front of it, is smart enough that it's going to step 5 feet to the north to set up a flank, and then it's going to start slamming Tarazi. First one is a 38 to slam.
Yeah, because I didn't do combat expertise. That is successful.
All right. Slammy dams, we have 16. Then we gotta check a little 1d3 action for a random effect. Looks like it is, again, just an extra little bit of damage. This time it will be cold damage once again. 5 cold damage. Oh, it does have a mischance because of the smoke, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So don't take that damage yet because 76 on the smoke. So yes, take the damage.
All right.
Slam number 2 is 37 to hit. Rolling rocks on these
Yeah,
guys.
it's exactly.
31 on the blur, or smoke. I just have blur stuck in my head for some reason. 14 slammage. And a fortitude save.
26.
Alright, you're fine. No random alchemical effect for you. This time.
Neat.
The chaotic Gearsman Battle Guard is going to take a little 5-foot step so that it can target both Kira and Rusty. And then it's going to start by slapping the dog before it switches, you know? Ooh, might actually hit Rusty with a total of a 39.
Yeah.
And that's a 74 on the blur. 13 non-lethal. And 2 electric. Natural 1 to hit on the second one. Then it's going to try to slam Kira. That is a total of 23 to slam.
Meets beats, I think. Yes.
71 on the blur. And now
Good.
there are 5 total Kiras.
4.
4 total Kiras?
4 total here.
All right, rolling that d4, 3. Now there are 3 total Kiras.
Face, Kira.
Hugely productive turn. And then the peaceful alchemical golem is going to step into a flank on Tarazi. Set up a dangerous little situation here. That is a 39 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
68, or no, 63. I misread the die,
Sorry, I got that 64% concealment.
as one does.
It's the Nintendo bottle.
17 slammy dams. Now, random alchemical effect is once more just a little extra damage. Fire this time. 4 fire.
Oof.
One last slam. I don't think this is going to do it. 26 to slam.
Oh, thankfully not.
All right, well, this brings you guys up.
Hooray. Up for now. Tarazi is going to focus on the stinky golem that he had been attacking previously and swing at it several times. It's only a 27 on the first one.
Find my stat block. 27 hits.
Jeez, worse. 21 on the second.
21 won't do it.
Natural 18 critical threat for a 28 on the last one. So we've got a possible crit if these can be crit.
Yeah, I think you can crit constructs.
Well, this one's wacky and full of ghosts.
It's true. Just a little chemical ghostage.
25 to confirm.
25 confirms exactly.
Yeah. That is a hit and a crit. I will. So that, I'm just going to roll it in the guy.
Which one are you targeting first?
That was all on Stinky.
Okay, you might want to roll your damage separate.
Okay. Are these things surprisingly squishy?
Mm.
All right. Only 28 on the regular hit.
Still enough to end the stinky alchemical golem's horrid simulation of life.
Oh, yeah. And let's roll that beautiful crit footage on the southern, non-stinky, peaceful alchemical golem.
It's just a little peaceful guy.
59.
Double kill.
Whoa.
Nice.
He goes to shield bash and there's nothing there and he kind of loses his balance a little bit.
Oh, and he falls prone. Oh.
But I said a little bit. And it's like, that's just Guess not in the cards. And he flexes.
Ghar-tone didn't see it, but he's definitely mad about it anyways.
Good. Good. And then Rusty will, seeing as the one he had tripped can't attack him, he is going to swing at the intellectual, swing face at intellectual Gearsman Battle Guard. Trash and a half for the most part, but I think, let's see. Yeah, got him on the first one, missed on the second. Again, trash on the d6s, just trash all around. 22 points of damage on intellectual and an attempt to trip. No, it fails.
All right. That brings us back around to Ghar-tone, who can't currently see anything, so he's just gonna keep buffing himself. And I suppose Tarazi can see Ghar-tone double in size after he drinks something juicy. I guess Kira can probably see it too through the smoke.
The crisp, refreshing Manzanita soul.
It's nothing to worry about. He just drank a monster and became a monster. Then the intellectual Gearsman, it just got chomped, so I feel like it knows, intellectually speaking, what to do. And it's gonna try to hit the dog a bunch of times. That is a 32 to dog.
Nope.
It's a bad sign. That is worse. Third dog attack is even worse. So, your dog is safe this round. Kira, our dog's safe from you.
Well, that classic line from, what is it? The Wizard of Oz? Yes. No. Dogs are safe from Kira. Dogs are safe from Kira. You tried to trick me. I see what you did there. Kira had seen all this unfolding, saw her friend Tarazi rush ahead and then be flanked and then be attacked, and gathered her nerve to rush in after him, and then saw him take out everyone, was like, oh sweet, okay, good job, yeah, I'll stay out here then, no worries. Although she does clock Ghar-tone getting bigger. I think she'll, okay, that's a problem for later. And full attack, I can never remember the names of these guys. Is the adaptable? No, it's the chaotic Gearsman. It's a 16 for a 42.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Also a critical threat, so let's roll that again. 17 for a 43, so that confirms. On the second hit, we have an 18 for a 40. Sounds like a critical threat to me. Oh, it was so close to being a 20. That was going to be so exciting, but it's just a 24. So I think that's just a hit. A crit and a hit, and then that's 2 hits. Let's see what else we got. Hey, a 19. That's a critical threat. Yeah, I can't reach any other guys from here, so I'm just going to keep going on this guy.
You can 5-foot step.
Oh, I can 5-foot step. That's right. An FFS. Okay. Well, that's a 32 to confirm. So that, I think,
that's a third crit in one round.
It's a third crit. Let me roll my damage against this guy and see what happens. Let's start with just the roll. Let's give him 66 plus 52.
Just to start.
Just to start, just as a treat. 73 points of damage on the chat. Chaotic. He seems fine.
Oh yeah, he can tank 73 damage, no problem.
Okay. So I have one roll left. Let's do that. Roll 1d20 plus 12. And that is just a 22. So I have a crit left still. That's okay. Roll. Did I? Yeah, okay. It's 66 plus 52 again, right? Because it's a crit, yes. So I think I rolled wrong that first time because I had a crit and a hit. My bad.
I thought you had 3 total crits, so you only rolled
I think
damage
she didn't
on one of
confirm
them.
the second one.
Oh, okay. That I meant. 2 crits, 1 hit. You've only rolled damage for 1 crit so far.
That's more dice. 105 points of damn.
Sandwich.
105 points of sandwich.
You turn the robot into a sandwich.
Sandwich
thing-
robot.
The thing in the middle is the blade of the chainsaw.
Chainsaw sandwich. I'm gonna stop talking now. That's it. That's super talking for me.
All right, Alan.
Let's see. I got 2 robots. One that failed is adaptable is the one that failed, correct?
Yeah, adaptable is currently unable
Yeah.
to adapt to that particular spell.
You know what? I'm just gonna. Can I? Yeah, I can see Tarazi where I am. I'm not gonna be able to hit bricks with this because I can't see bricks. But the rest of us, everybody can just tick on Blessing of Fervor. I think that's a good move. And that'll be my entire turn. Gonna stay where I am.
All right, Listless Brixby.
Right. Brixby is going to. Well, there are no alchemical golems to take residual acid damage anymore. So Brixby is going to move into the room. Step to the north. So he extends his hand and he doesn't even say anything. He just lets it go. You know what? He's even going to use his one of his many uses of tricky spells today to do this as a silent still spell for free. And he is going to shoot 3 scorching rays at our friend here. Do I need to roll any sort of spell resistance?
Nope.
Excellent. That is my favorite thing. This is presupposing that he cannot see me. If he can see me, then all of these need to be 2 less. It would not be against flat-footed touch. But if he cannot see me, that is a 30, a 27, and a 30 versus flat-footed touch.
Those will all hit.
Would you like the sneak attack and the fire separately?
I think it can all be together.
It's always my favorite answer. Yay.
Watch the dice take over the screen.
But not the best roll. It's only 61 points of damage.
How does that work with his mirror images?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, excellent point. Amazing
Sorry.
point. No, don't apologize. That's like better to you than somebody from our Discord being like, you cheat.
Yeah, I'm certainly never going to remember, so... Yes,
How
why
many
don't-
are there?
He has 5 images at this time.
So we're going to roll it 3 times. So if there's... I'm going to roll a 1d5 in the guy.
Oh, it'd be a
One-
D6.
Oh, sorry. I thought... Okay, yeah. 1d6 in the guy. Less arcane die. Well, we didn't specify if it was 1 or 6, but it certainly isn't 4. So one of those pops an image. 1d5, because I popped an image last time.
Hey, you got him.
I got him! So one of those hits, and then a 1d5 again, because I didn't pop an image. Hey, I got him again!
Whoa.
Hey, nice.
But you know what? I want to play the most fair, so I'm actually only going to roll 8d6 of fire damage. The sneak attack would have been on the first ray. And the first ray missed.
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Sky Metal.
So that's only 19 points of fire damage. And that will be my turn.
All right, he gets shot twice and he doesn't like it. The adaptable Gearsman Battle Guard doesn't have a whole lot that it can do without access to the attack command. It already healed itself, so it's just gonna hang out. It's gonna hold its turn on the off chance that this spell expires in mere seconds. Tarazi and Rusty.
All right, let's start with Rusty on the intellectual Gearsman Battle Guard. And it's again only one hit. 25 points of damage and a trip attempt. Ooh, nat 20 on the trip attempt. We're looking at a lot.
Confirmed trip.
Yeah. 39 for the number lovers at home. You know who you are, loving those numbers.
You number lovers.
Anyway, I'll keep making it weird. Tarazi is the standard action. He will designate Ghar-tone as his quarry. And then he is going to take a 5-foot step far to the southwest, slightly farther from Ghar-tone, because he is quite injured.
All right. That's going to bring us to Ghar-tone, who doesn't like that he just got lasered. He feels bad about it in a lot of different ways. And I think he is going to kind of just start inching along the wall here, looking for somebody to hurt. So he's going to go 5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet. And then by following that wall, he does bump into Brixbo. And as such, he's going to try to stab the person that he bumped into. Because that's what you do when you find people that lasered you, maybe. How do we feel about a 34 to stab?
That would definitely hit if he knows where the invisible Brixby is.
Well, he knows a square, but he does have to roll at 50% concealment. That is a 7. 007.
All right, lay it on me.
So he tried to stab a, 5 foot tall person or something. It didn't work out.
I thought I got hit. Oh, that's excellent.
No, that's 7 on a D100. All right, the intellectual Gearsman Battle Guard knows that if it stands up, it's going to get chomped again, so it's going to slap dog from the ground. As one does. One's always slapping dog from the ground. Miss on the first. That's a cracked die. Miss on the second, but the third's about to be a natural 20. Nope. Wasn't. Sometimes you can force those into existence, but this was not one of them. All right, Kira is up.
Okay. Kira will, I guess she's got options. Yeah, Kira will go for the big guy. She was once big also, although I guess the Brixby's in there somewhere, but she doesn't know that. Going to move through this doorway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hopefully she's not stepping on Brixby.
No one says ow.
Great. That seems like a good sign. All right, and she's going to one attack just one time. Just the one time with a chainsaw. Let's say 40 to hit.
Yeah, 40 sounds like a hit.
Great. Well, only a couple, like 3d6 plus 26, because it's just the one hit. So I roll. How many of them are 4 now? 5.
Roll a d5.
1d5, 5 gets him. Ah, so close. I pop a guy.
All right, he's down to 3 guys.
And that didn't hit, so no intimidation. That was not intimidating.
No.
That's my turn.
He's not scared.
Good. I don't want him to be scared.
Well, it's good because he's not.
Good. Then everyone's happy.
All right, Alwyn's up.
Okay. He is just gonna pop a Cure Serious Mass, and I can see myself, Rusty, and Tarazi from where I am, so the 3 of us will be getting this. And the 3 of us will all get 21 HP back.
Oh, thank you.
And that will be his turn.
Alrighty, Brixby is going to move 10 feet down and 5 feet to the east. And he's going to try the same darn thing. Because now that he's firing into combat, the -4 isn't that prohibitive because he's invisible and the guy is huge and there's a whole lot of things going on. So I'm going to apply my -4 to my roll. I've rolled 3 times. That is a versus flat-footed touch, a 16, a 30, and a 28.
Let me just check that. 16. Yeah, you're good.
Alrighty, I'm going to roll a d4. 4 hits him. That's a un. So that misses, taking the sneak attack with it. 30 was a nat 20. I should... Oh, thank you for letting me know. I just literally just... So I guess... how would you like me to do this? Do you want me to confirm?
Yeah, I guess roll to confirm that guy.
Okay. Because I did roll the D... I would like to please keep the D4 that I rolled for that one. Because that one would have hit him. That is a 24 versus flat-footed touch. And I guess that would have been a D3. So... no mistakes. I'm going to roll a D3. Hey, it's a 3. I still hit him with a...
Yay.
I hit him with a crit. And then that last one, it's also going to be a D3. 1 D3. Not 1D34, although that would be fun to roll. All right, and I pop an image on that last one. So, much like last time, I'm only doing 8d6 of fire damage. A little bit more of a generous roll this time. That is 30 points of fire damage, and that is the end of Brixby's turn.
All right. He's down to just 1 image. He's all alone. The adaptable Gearsman Battle Guard can't do anything because it's still forbidden from doing its favorite thing. It's often been told that you can only do what you know how to do well. I don't know why I did that, but Tarazi and Rusty are up.
All right. Rusty's going to try and take care of this intellectual battle guard again. We again cannot hit on the second, but we do hit on the first. $36, almost max on the Jumperoo.
Oh, there's a lot of damage on that intellectual.
Jaws are strong. And then Tarazi is going to, feeling rejuvenated by that cure spell, he's going to stride right up to Ghar-tone and take a single power attack swing. He looks, and I don't want to judge, but for the purposes of favorite enemy, would you consider him a human?
Yeah, I think human is a fairly good guess.
A lot of that. All right, so that becomes so it's a critical threat, natural 17, becomes a 45. Because I know I've got to roll for an image now, huh?
Yeah, it's just a 1d2. It's a coin flip.
Because it would auto-confirm because of Quarry. So I would really like this to hit Ghar-tone on a 2 here. Of course it doesn't.
Well, you critically destroy that image.
So I critically crush that image. How disappointing.
That is quite the shame. And we're up to the top of round 5 now. As an immediate action, he is going to trigger a thing as Tarazi and Kira, and probably Brixby too, because he's not far away, notice him just sort of get magically infused with something. It's hard to tell what, but he's suddenly seems healthier, faster, stronger, you know, all that good stuff. And then, in the smoke, can he not see them at all if he's more than 5 feet away?
Creatures farther away have total concealment than 5 feet, that is. 50% miss chance, and the attacker cannot use sight to locate them.
All right. Well, I think that he's fine with that at this point. He's going to take a 5-foot step back so he can take some ranged attacks. And then we're going to have some fast bombs. It's time for fast bombs. We're just going to alternate Tarazi and Kira because he knows where they are. Throwing a bomb at Tarazi first. How do we feel about a 27 against touch?
Badly.
We're gonna roll that 50% miss chance, and we do have an 88.
Okay.
So I need a reflex save from Kira, and Tarazi's gonna take 19 fire damage and is on fire.
In like a hip sense?
Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, you got 3 baskets in a row.
How about Kira's reflex save?
That's a 19.
Kira takes 7 fire damage,
Okay.
and then a bomb's gonna get thrown at her. How about a 19 versus touch?
Pretty sure that's fine. Yep, you got it.
Only 28 on the, what's it called, do's on the blur. Oh, I actually need reflex save from all 3 of you. I didn't realize the radius on these bombs is actually 10 feet, not 5 feet. So Brixby also 2 reflex saves from Brixby and a reflex from Kira and Tarazi.
It's a 22 and a 17. Not
All
very
right,
close.
so 1 7 and 1 3, 10 total fire damage for Brixby.
Thank you.
Just a little guy. How about Kira?
It was a 19 on that most recent roll.
A 19, that is going to be 7 fire damage. And how about Tarazi?
A gentleman's 33.
So just 3 fire damage for Tarazi. And another bomb coming your way. I think this might even miss touch. That is 14 versus touch.
That does miss.
All right, so 3 reflex saves once more versus this huge amount of fire damage. How about Tarazi?
Ugh, only an 18.
That is 7 fire damage. How about Kira?
It's a natural 20 for a 34.
3 fire damage. And Brixby?
A nap. I rolled a 1 for 16.
All right, so 7 fire damage for you. I'm sure that is absolutely terrifying.
Terrible.
And we got one last bomb coming for Kira. This is the hasted attack, so that is a total of a 25.
25 against touch? Doesn't matter. 25 is good against all my ACs.
30 on the concealment, so miss 3 more reflexes. How about Brixby?
30 for Brixby.
3 more damage for Brixby. How about Kira?
That is going to be 27.
3 more damage for Kira.
29 for Tarazi.
And 3 more damage for Tarazi. Oh, he did some damage. He feels good about that turn.
Oh damn, he's...
Not great. But at least someone's on fire. Now the robot laying on the ground is going to try to hit the dog. Miss. Oh, natural 20. That is a 33 to confirm.
Oh no, does not confirm.
Oof, still, it finally lands a hit. A massive 19 non-lethal and 7 electrical damage. And it misses on the slam. All right, Kira, you're up. Are you the one that's on fire, or is Tarazi's on fire?
Tarazi's on fire.
Don't worry about it.
Not on fire. Kira is going to, I think, just full attack. Take a little 5-foot step up. Unless being next to someone on fire is difficult terrain, which I would think it would be. That's very distracting. But also not for the purposes of this game, because I would like to full attack, please.
Yeah, you can full attack.
Thank you. Oh, terrible. That's a 29.
29 does not hit.
Yeah, it shouldn't. How about a... terrible. It's a 31.
31 does hit.
Okay, good. And then a 29, which, as we've established, does not hit. Oops. And then last one is a 17. Ugh, one hit. Come on, man. So we'll roll 3 measly d6 plus 26. 37 points of damage. Bet she'll try to intimidate him. 33.
Yeah, that spooks him.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to try to hit him one more time. It's a dirty... Well, obviously, it's a dirty 40. It's a filthy, nasty 40.
The dirtiest 40 of all hits.
Oh, terrible. 32 points of damage, Sam.
And on those hits, it doesn't all seem to go through.
Yeah, never does.
Most of it goes through.
I'll take it.
All right, Alwyn. And there were a lot of explosions in the other room. Everybody's probably dead.
Yeah, hate to see it. Can the intellectual battle guard make me a will save, please?
It sure can. That's a 10. Does a 10 pass?
That's a fail. He has been sensory overloaded, which means he has to make that same roll again every turn in order to take a standard action.
Okay.
And Alwyn is going to stay right where he is because he is away from everything.
All right, listless Brixby.
Okie dokie. Seeing that he is de-imaged, nude of his duplicates, Brixby is going to move 20 feet to the east and let off the third of his 5th Scorching Ray spells of the day. So versus flat-footed touch, we are looking at a 21, an 18, and a 12.
Yeah, those are all going to touch his flat feet.
Nice. I'm going to roll them all together because you said I could. And there it go. 70 points of damage. And that'll be Brixby's turn.
Oh, that is so many. Okay, the adaptable Gearsman Battle Guard still struggling to figure out what it can do when it can't do anything. And that will bring up Tarazi and Rusty. Tarazi, I need a reflex save to start because you are on fire.
In the cool way.
Oh, wait, never mind. Never mind. You don't get that unless you spend a full round action trying to extinguish the fire. You do take 1 fire damage. Dying, I assume.
Closer than you'd think, but no. We're gonna start with Tarazi this turn. He's gonna 5-foot step to the north, seeing as Zach so eloquently put it, Ghar-tone is nuded of his duplicates. And we are going to do a full attack of the powerful variety. And try and, murder him. definitely missed on the last one, but looking at 38 and 33 to hit.
Those will both hit.
All right. Is he secretly or not secretly also a construct?
He is not a construct as far as anyone can tell for the purposes of rolling damage.
Okay. I would just hate to deprive him of the bane he so deserves.
The only bane he deserves is Connor Bane or human bane.
Ooh. That is 61 over the 2 attacks.
That is so many.
I wish any of those were crits, because they would have, auto-confirmed, and I would have been so happy. Instead, Rusty will try and attack a sensory overloaded robot. Jiminy Christmas. Those are terrible rolls. We are looking, though, at... Yeah, managed to miss on both. I guess he's prone, so maybe not on the first one. Let me see. Prone, it is +4 against... -4 to your AC against melee attacks. So then I do hit with the first one. Hooray.
No mistakes.
Questions aren't mistakes.
27... I can do math. Yeah, 27, because no mistakes. 27 points of chomperoo damage.
All right. Getting this thing down there.
All right. Ghar-tone surrender?
Ghar-tone looks super concerned. There's no other way to put it. Ghar-tone's going to take a 5-foot step. I assume pulling out an extract provokes an attack of opportunity. Does anyone want to correct me on this?
I
I
don't.
believe it does because it's considered an item, not a weapon. If I remember correctly, it's the same thing as if you tried to pull out a potion.
Yeah.
I think.
I that's my thinking as well. I'm pretty sure that's right. Maybe there's some feat that you can get to make it not happen that way, but he doesn't have it. So as he pulls out an extract, he does provoke from Kira. He couldn't get away from everybody.
Yeah. Hey, that's a natural 20.
Okay.
To confirm, that is a 37, though. 37?
That's a confirmed critical on the giant scarred gentleman.
Yeah, giant scarred gentleman.
Yeah, both taking out an extract and drinking an extract provoke an attack of opportunity.
That's fun.
I just hit him, so I'm going to roll my damage dice. Critically. 71 points of damage. And is he going to drink it in front of me?
It doesn't all go through, and he was going to drink in front of you, but he can't now, because after he gets impaled by the chainsaw trying to drink some kind of extract that probably would have swung the whole fight in his favor, his eyes go kind of wide, and then his head explodes.
Oh no, not his head.
Whoa.
And his headless corpse falls to the ground.
Ew.
That doesn't normally happen.
No, usually, only specifically the part that gets hit with the chainsaw explodes. This time it was like an extra, follow-on explosion.
Is there anything we can roll on head splody?
Yeah, you could roll a knowledge engineering on that head explosion.
I'd like to know what engineered this head explosion. Bixby rolls a 43.
So it seems like old buddy Ghar-tone had a cranial bomb in his head.
Not a cranial bomb.
A cranial bomb is a bomb implanted at the base of the skull that explodes when remotely activated by a detonator signal or when specifically triggered by certain conditions. Though normally implanted, a cranial bomb can also be detonated outside of the body if you just need a bomb in a hurry. Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough situation. Creatures killed by a cranial bomb cannot be revived by breath of life or raised dead.
Yeah. Yep.
Would he know from that roll if it just happened to go off, or did someone hit the trigger on that?
And I think given the timing, it might have been rigged to go like when Ghar-tone either was dying or fell unconscious. Like as if the condition for the thing to go off was hit and it automatically tripped. Well, we are still in combat. We have some extraordinary
against two robots that can't attack.
Forgot about the robots.
some extraordinarily dangerous robots are here, and one of them's going to roll a will save. 17.
He's looking for a 20.
All
He
right.
can't take a move action though. They both can take move actions.
Neither of them's going to take a move action. Kira, you're up. A guy's brain just exploded all over you.
Yeah, I think Kira wants to take a second and just ew. And then once that's done, I guess she'll head back out to the hallway because she's not a tactical person. She's a fighter. I forget the rules for moving diagonally, but I'm pretty sure I can get here and attack just the one time. That's a 16, which is a critical threat. So roll to confirm. It's a 17 for a 44.
That will confirm.
Would like to attack it critically, please. 6d6. 78 points of damage at this fella. Oh, there he goes.
The intellectual gearsman had so much knowledge to share with the world, but it will never get to because it is dead.
Dang. Sorry.
All right. Alwyn.
Alwyn is just going to look at this last robot and say, I think I just heard Ghar-tone's head explode in the other room, maybe? So does that mean you guys have to go back to listening to what the Sovereign says and you're not going to attack us? Does it answer back?
I think the robot says, error, order conditions not met, apprehending intruders.
Okay. Would you say they would count as having anything that Bone Shatter could work on? They have something similar to either a skeleton or an exoskeleton.
I don't feel like robots have bones.
Yeah. And they don't really have an exoskeleton either. Because, see, like, I don't want to hit it with Scorching Ray because they're going to do so little damage that most of them aren't going to get past the hardness. Stone Discus can get past the hardness, but I have to hit regular AC, which I'm not going to do with my attack bonus.
Do you still have 7
Drop in the
tentacles?
pit. I do still have 7 tentacles. You know what? He's just going to swing at this thing 7 times with his tentacles, and they might not deal enough damage to do anything, but... Okay, so that is 3 hits. Nope. Nope. And nope. So I hit him 3 times, but I get a 6, a 10, and a 5. So those tentacles collapse into blood and deal 0 damage to the robot because of his hardness. And that will be Alwyn's turn.
All right. It's hard out there to be a gearsman. Brixby.
I guess Brixby can move. Honestly, Brixby can't do anything. By the time that he gets within range of the Gears person and all of the interceding cover, he can move to the door before realizing it would be ineffectual. That'll be his turn.
All right. Well, the gearsman can't do anything still. So, Rusty and Tarazi.
How long is Tarazi on fire?
Until he puts the fire out or dies of flames.
Neat.
He takes 5 fire damage.
Oh, don't love that. Okay. Then he is going to spend a full round action trying to extinguish himself.
That gets you a reflex save.
I rolled a 1.
Tarazi remains on fire.
So cool. So cool. Really loving that for him.
I think you'll find that it's quite hot.
He's feeling hot, hot, hot. Rusty is going to try and see if he can finally get a robot kill on this adaptable gearsman. It's natural 20.
That helps.
Natural 20 to confirm. Why couldn't I get that on my not be on fire roll?
Well, why don't you roll another one? See if you get the auto kill.
Nope, that's a 1.
Aw.
So a confirmed crit, though. Love that. That is going to be 8d6 plus 26 plus 30. 63 points of super chomp,
That is so many.
but not enough.
Dang.
No, it's still up. That one hasn't been hit since it healed itself. What about tripping time? Also, it failed its fortitude save, so it's stunned.
Why not? Oh, sick. Nope, not tripped.
All right. Only forbidden from attacking and stunned. Back around to Kira.
Okay. Well, Kira has to move for this one, which is a real bummer. So I guess she'll do that. Okay, so she's immediately north of the last remaining gearsman, and she will attack it just the one time, or attempt to attack it just the one time. Oh, that's a 12 for a 39.
Only 39? Yeah, that still hits.
And that's 38 points of damage that I assume does not all go through.
It doesn't all go through, but it's looking quite hurt.
Dang it. All right, I can't intimidate it, so it's my turn.
Okay, Alwyn. Yeah. It is what it is.
Well, he's got 4 more tentacles, so why not? Hey, net 20. Well, are these all going to be hits? Oh, one of them wasn't. So let's see if we actually deal any damage with these.
I'll roll to confirm that nat 20.
Oh, right. That is a confirm.
All right.
So that one would be 4d6. That actually will get through, unless they're all terrible. 5 points of damage.
All right, still up.
0 points of damage. And 0 points of damage. So he has 1 tentacle left, and he did a small amount of damage to it. And that'll be his turn.
All right, Brixby.
I didn't expect it to be alive this long.
It can't be killed. It's going to live forever.
Brixby is going to hit it with an acid splash. I guess it's up to you to impose whatever sort of cover sort of thingies you want to do. I am going to do the same thing where I remove -4 for melee, +2 for invisibility. That is a 14 versus flat-footed touch.
14 versus flat-footed touch.
With dog cove.
With dog cove, I don't think that hits.
That's fair. That is a judicious use of the dog cove rule. That's going to be the end of Brixby's turn.
All right. It uses its turn to get over stunned, and that brings us to Rusty and Tarazi.
Oh. El Serpiente está en fuego. How much fire damage does Chaw take?
4 more fire damage.
All right. He is going to spend his entire round trying to not be on fire again. I'll give you another reflex save, and I won't roll a 1. Much better. That's a natural 17 for a 32.
You're not on fire anymore.
Haha! Take that, Wrath of Ghar-tone. And then Rusty will... He's totally going to get this construct kill. Watch. We got 2 hits for the first time. Double chomping. And that is going to be 48 over the 2 hits.
All right, that is finally, mercifully, the end of the final robot and of this combat.
And he howls.
Yay.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Well, I think as Rusty stands over the corpse of the gutted robot that he has just bit to pieces, I'm going to bed.
Night, Sam.
Night, Sam.
Night,
I'd
Rusty.
say him.
Good night, Headless Ghar-tone.
So robots have guts, but they don't have skeletons?
Yeah. Okay, Sam.
Yeah, it's all gut.
Ugh, my immersion. Good night, Sam.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pot Against the Machine is property of Network Against the Machine LLC, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are property of Paizo Publishing. See their website for more details. Theme Against the Machine was written and performed by our own Zach. See the show notes for additional music and sound licensing. If you enjoyed the show, we encourage you to leave us a review.
I really like those Costco seaweed chips, and they don't make too much noise. Well, maybe when you're not in front of a microphone.
I like the Ocean's Bounty nori chips. Those are good.
Kirkland signature only.
Or excuse me, Ocean's Halo, not Ocean's Bounty.
All right, start it over. Got the wrong brand.
Run it all back.
There goes our Nori sponsorship.
Dang. 5 times 26. All right. If 5 times 25 is 125, and then we add 5 to that, it's 130. Where's Jeff? Hey, confirmation from Jeff. Nailing it. Man, Jeff, where were you when I was in middle school math? Probably high school math.
Probably.
He's going to level his finger at Osmond Zidow. Nope. He's going to level his finger at Ghar-tone. Praxis for Zidow.
No mistake.
No mistakes. If you shout nope before you finish the sentence, it's not a mistake.
It doesn't count. It was just a demonstration.
We never found out, is Ghar-tone his first name or last name?
He's a mononym. His name's actually Garth Hone. And his boss said it wrong on the first day, and he was too afraid to correct him.